Hello and welcome back to this Moon Messages reading. So before we start, I just want to explain why I'm all windswept and well, my hair is just gonna be moving all about the place because it's boiling where I am and I've got a fan right in front of me blowing in my face. So yeah, I'm just a bit windswept, but it feels nice. So I'm also at a friend's house at the moment, so just a little bit of different background. Looks very angelic, doesn't it? It's quite nice. Okay, so if you haven't seen my videos before, all my details are in the description box. I am Leanne Marie. I do these moon messages every 2 weeks on the new moon and the full moon. I do personal readings for if you want to book a personal reading as well, so all my details are down in the description box if you're interested. So I'm just going to get on with the reading. So the first card we have is Wisdom, and it's number 22. Now, twos have been following me around everywhere today. I have literally seen 222, 22, all the twos all day. And we do actually have, I know I'm jumping ahead here, but we do actually have a balance card further on as well, which I will talk about in a second. But twos are about balance. I do apologise for my hair, just probably distracting you. But twos are about balance. So this is about you finding the balance within yourself and gaining the wisdom from that. Okay, so we're going to talk about that a lot in this reading. I do pick up a lot of that theme coming through about the wisdom that you gain from inner balance, inner acceptance, all of that today. So this reading, the overall theme of this reading is wisdom. So all of the wisdom that you're going to gain from all of that work that you do on yourself and the balance that you give yourself. Okay, so the next card we have is Go Wild. Now that was in reverse. So basically, you do not have to push yourself to do anything that you feel uncomfortable with. I did a little mini reading today on my TikTok and my Instagram, and that was about, if you're feeling shy, if you're feeling scared of getting out of your comfort zone, taking the leap. And if you are stepping into something that you haven't done before, of course you're going to feel scared, you're going to feel you might feel shy, you might feel like you're not confident enough, all of that, and it's going to bring up some fears. And sometimes that might make us completely retreat and decide not to do something. Sometimes we might want to do something, we're just a little bit scared, we need a little nudge, or we need to find that inner acceptance and that inner acknowledgement and self-belief and all that to get going. What this card actually brings up is whenever you are being pushed to do something, so whenever someone is maybe pushing you to do something you don't want to do, don't do it just because somebody else is telling you to, and don't do it at the time that they tell you to. If you've got plenty of time to decide on something, give yourself that time. Don't do it just because someone is saying, like, you need to make a decision now, you need to do this now, because you have to do it when the time is right for you, and you have to do what feels right for you as well. So do not be pushed into doing anything that you don't want to do. In the video today, I mentioned about when I was younger, I went to a disco, and at the time I was quite shy and I didn't want to dance. And I remember there'd be times several times in my childhood where I didn't want to dance, and people would try and drag me up on the stage, or or drag me up on the dance floor, and I hated that. I hated being pushed or forced to do something that I didn't want to do. I would rather go in my own time and do it when I really felt like I wanted to do it, because if not, you're just pretending, aren't you? And you just, it's not good to force yourself to do things when you don't want to do them, and things that don't feel natural to you and authentic to you. So don't feel bad if you say no, don't feel bad if you say not yet. It's completely up to you, and well done if you do stand up for yourself and don't go wild. Okay, next card we have is Unleash Your Kindest Self. Now that was in reverse as well, but what that means, it was pointing towards me, so it actually means go inwards and find your and be kind to your inner self. So if you are scared of something, fearful of jumping into something, not feeling your most confident self, just be kind to yourself with that, right? You don't have to feel bad about that. You don't have to feel like, oh, I'm too shy, or, you know, oh, why am I not as confident as that person? Why can't I do it but other people can? Try and be a little bit more compassionate to yourself in those moments, because it might be something that you've just not done before, you've not got much experience with, and you might have had your confidence knocked, you know, for some reason. So ask yourself, you know, why am I scared of this? Why am I fearful of stepping into something? Why am I being unkind to myself? Like, where do these words come from? Because a lot of the time they don't come from ourselves. They come from outside sources, from when we were younger, or they come from like having bad experiences and then just being scared to have that experience again. So be kind to yourself, and, you know, just realize why you're feeling the way you're feeling, okay? And then the next card we have is balance, as I said, right? And this is about getting that balance between doing things because you want to grow and you want to develop, and so you do step out of your comfort zone and you do try new things, but also honouring, like I said, honouring what feels right to you, what feels, you know, where you're not overly pushing yourself to do something just because you want to grow and develop, and you feel like maybe it's like you have to kind of weigh up whether it is something that's going to help you grow and develop and you feel like you can actually do it, you're just a little bit scared, or whether it's something that you feel like you should do. Now, should is a no word for me. Whenever I hear the word I should do this in my head, it's because I'm people pleasing, or because society expects it, or, you know, because I feel bad if I don't do it, and I'm a bad person if I don't do it. So, you know, ask yourself, what is it that's actually driving my motivation right now? Am I motivated to do this thing because other people want me to do it, or am I motivated because I feel it's going to help me in some way? Okay, so it's just kind of a reflective exercise on that, and asking yourself those questions, okay? So getting that balance and understanding that balance, but also the balance of self-care and self-growth, okay? Yeah, okay, I think that's everything on that one. And then abundance is the next one, so that's good. I haven't ever seen this card actually, so I'm pleased to see it for the first time in this moon messages. So abundance, now abundance doesn't always mean money. It can mean money, you know, it can mean that you're going to come into some money, or, you know, be gifted some money, or win some money, or just, yeah, or make loads of money. It could mean that, manifest it, right? Or it could just be that you are going to start recognizing the abundance around you now, the abundance of love, the abundance of care, of support, of nature, of beautiful things, of flowers, of, you know, all of those lovely things. You'll start noticing more, and I think you actually start noticing more when you take care of yourself more, when you actually listen to yourself and you go inwards and you do the things that you love, and you do the things that you want to do, not what anybody else wants to do. You focus on what's right for you, you will start seeing more right things in your life. You'll start seeing more abundant things, more things that make you smile, okay? So continue doing that and you will just see more and more abundance, okay? Then next card, I've not seen this one before either, which is good. Peace. Now, I haven't used these, I mean, I do use these cards for the moon messages, but as I say, these ones don't normally come up, so I'm quite pleased to see these. So peace, you've got abundance, you've got peace, you've got balance, you've got all of these lovely things, right? And it is all going to come from you doing those things that I mentioned before. So taking care of yourself and really listening to, or getting the right balance for you, and maybe you'll just start doing this differently. It's, you know, things that you haven't really done before for yourself, you'll start doing for yourself now. I do feel like there is a huge consciousness shift in the collective, like in you know, just in life in general, I've seen a lot of people go through a lot of things this year, and I do feel like it's not always good, but I do feel like it is leading to good things. It's really helping people to really listen to themselves, their needs, and what is right for them in their lives, and helping people to stand up for themselves, create boundaries, and just give themselves more attention. And then when you do that, you just find peace. You find inner peace. You find more peace in your life. You'll find that things just start to ease up, okay? So maybe you have had a bad start to the year, but once you start focusing on you and nurturing yourself, you will experience a more nurturing world around you. That's what I've been given, okay? So that feels really nice. Okay, and then the next two cards came out together. So we have, move that out of the way. We have acceptance. Now it was in reverse, but that means pointing towards me again. Inner acceptance, and then we have creation. So because we've got the inner acceptance card and then creation, this is about what you manage to create in your life by accepting yourself like fully, okay, accepting the whole of you. Now when I say the whole of you, just looked at the clock at 11:11, when I say the whole of you, I mean warts and all, okay? So when I said before, you know, you might be finding that you're saying unkind words to yourself. You know, I'm not very good at this, I'm not confident enough, I'm not good enough, I'm never going to be able to do this. You know, all of those unkind words that you say to yourself. When you start learning acceptance, when you start actually listening and giving compassion to those parts of you, and you understand where they come from, you actually manage to accept those parts, even the unkind parts of you, the parts of you that, you know, imagine you've got like a devil and an angel within you, right? The devil is saying to your angel part of you, you are not good enough, you are not confident, you're useless, you're not very helpful, like whatever, right? Imagine you've got those two parts inside of you. When you learn acceptance and when you actually understand that part of you that's saying those things, you accept the whole of you. You accept the devil as well as the angel. And then it doesn't matter, because you just realize that that part is just angry about something. It's upset about something. It's had something happen to it in the past. It's just not making it in a very good mood. Okay? And so you don't push it away. You don't say, you know, oh, stop being stupid, like, you know, I'm not unhelpful, or like, I don't know how to explain this, but you don't berate that voice either, right? You might say to yourself, of course I'm not unhelpful, of course I'm not useless, which is being kind to the angel part of you, but you also need to really learn the reasons why that other part of you is calling yourself useless, is calling yourself helpless, is, you know, all of those things. And you give compassion to all of it, and that's full inner acceptance. I hope this is making sense. Inside Out 2, the new film, it explains this perfectly with anxiety. If you haven't seen the film, go and watch it. It's brilliant. I love it. Inside Out explains this perfectly, because I won't tell you, you know, the story if you want to watch it, but yeah, just watch it and you'll know what I mean. Okay, I hope I've explained that well. And then the last card, and it's the last card because we normally have a crystal of the moon cycle, but I haven't been given any crystals, so we don't need to read out a crystal for this moon cycle. So we're going to end up on a really good, empowered note. Power. Okay, now I was reminded with the acceptance card, the creation card, and power card, I was reminded of a scenario when I was, well, not younger, a few years back when I was in a not very nice job. I did actually stand up in front of a empowered women's event and talk about this, about a time when I was working at a horrible place and I got bullied and I hated every part of the job, and I was made to feel very, very small, and I lost all my confidence, and I left that place just like a shell of myself. Anyway, just before I left, I accepted that I was not happy. I accepted that I was not good at the job. I accepted, all of my emotions, and I acknowledged them, and I sat with them, and I felt them and everything, which is what I say to everybody to do. And I stood up for myself. I didn't let someone else take the reins and take the power away from me. And I then kind of created a future for myself by manifesting my next job, right? So within all of that, I realised what was right for me and what I needed, because I really listened to myself and accepted myself and all of that, and felt everything, and took my power back. I then created a vision of what I wanted, and then I went for it, and I stepped into my power. And this is what you do when you really, really accept and listen to yourself, and then you give yourself that time, and you don't take any crap from other people, right? You don't let other people push you around and make you do things, and you say no, and you create boundaries. You choose the life that you want, and you visualize what you want instead, and then you look for it and you go for it, and you take the action to step into that. Now that might be scary, and this might be where you are right now, and this might be why you're scared and you're shy and you're don't know whether to get out of your comfort zone. And I hope this does help you to feel a little bit more inspired and powerful, because when I left that place, a weight lifted off my shoulders, and I ended up in a much better place, and I grew my confidence again. I became who I was at my core again, every part of me, because I'd accepted every part of me. So take back your power. It's a really, really good card to end on. I think that's it. I'm just gonna say that, and I'm gonna go. But yeah, I really hope that helped. If it did, please leave me some comments, like, share, subscribe, all of that. Share with people. And if you do want to book a personal reading, I do have some slots open for the next 3 days. So all of my details are down below. I have got a new booking link, so you can click on that. I think it's a bit further down. But yeah, click on that, book in, and yeah, I will hopefully connect with you soon. And I will see you on the next moon messages. Bye.